Alright, so the video cut me off. I don't know what happened. But we're talking about drugs today. And I was going down the list of all the drugs that I've tried before. And I like it when airplanes come by for some reason. You don't get airplanes coming too often. But in this kind of neighborhood, it's like soothing because it's like a visitor or some shit. Like you don't know these people, but so we're gonna go down the list about drugs that I've tried before, and Tylenol isn't really considered a drug. Um, Cigarettes, what else? Cocaine, bars, and I left off with bars with the video, so it got cut off. So the bars give you a drunk feeling. You feel like you can do whatever you want, and it was fun when I did. It's just like drinking Four Locos and stuff and being like careless and just nothing matters except what you're doing or who you're with and in a sense of if they're feeling the same thing or not. And then you have like exos, which those exos came in and it was uh, like a party thing. It was like where all the kids were doing it or whatever, and um, yeah, like people were just trying to free themselves from work, and so I like wanted to free myself, so I went ahead and just tried it anyways, and then that was there's uppers and downers, so there's like the ones who get you all hyped up and your eyes are just wide open, and then there's the ones where you God damn, there's so many mosquitoes and bugs out here. There's the ones where you just feel awful, the worst, and in the cocaine, it's like depending on what you do, there's like the the good stuff and the bad stuff, and they call it like pure or cut, and then or it's like I don't know, but it makes you feel like you're on a bunch of soda, like literally Coca-Cola and stuff. And or you just ate a bunch of McDonald's and you just feel like crap, but you've got this paranoia that comes with it sometimes, and you're drinking Starbucks and you're just like you don't know whether what's going on is real or not in that sense. On top of that, right? So then you have shrooms, which is psychedelic, the ones that make you like see things and you're like, holy shit, that shit is it real or not? And like you're just watching like everything on a television or something, and you can see the oil in your body. You can what do you call it? And yeah, it's like crazy. It makes you feel good. Like you have this hippie-ish feeling. Um, and what else? You have like it doesn't taste bad either. It tastes like just like any other shroom. And then you have heroin, which is like the one of the worst drugs, and you can either inject it or you can snort it or you can use water and shit. They call it monkey water or some shit. I used to do it, so it was I used to do monkey water a lot or snorted it. I'd never injected. Thought that was the worst. I thought that was bad, and but the feeling that it gave me was like an ease feeling where you've maybe ate too much candy and you don't know if you're gonna die or not. Like the kind of Mexican candy that churros and stuff you eat. It's like eating a bunch of those, and that's it. Like you're sleepy, and you just don't really want to feel anything else except lazy. So it's not like that bad, but it's not like that bad, but it is worse because just like candy, your body gets immune to it and you'll feel sick. So um, as a grown up, that kind of stuff is easy to get and to feel better. So candy is not the same thing. It's like you eat candy, you know you're not supposed to eat candy. So it's easy to stop eating candy. And then you have meth, which is like down the list, probably the second worst drug in the whole world or United States or whatever. I don't know. But the first time I tried it was so that I can work a lot, and it sure did exactly that. And I made like all this money and stuff, and I was just like okay with it. And it wasn't good though because just after a while you start losing weight, a lot of weight, which you think you can just regain back, and you can, but you have to stop. And the thing is that I know people who have had surgery from doing too much, and it's still not a problem to keep going. So it's like this is the stuff that you tell yourself in your head when you've already done like and think you know it all. So yeah, it's bad. It's not good. It is a soothing feeling though when the the ice or whatever breaks, like it melts or some shit. You just watch it and it feels good going through your tube, and it's like like vaping almost, but it's like way more soothing because it's no chemicals. It's just like pure toxic stuff that opens your pores inside and out, which also causes it to turn into rock. So it's like um, eventually you keep doing it, and then everything you're stone. And so yeah, and then it's just bad. That one's the worst. I've actually made this whole project because of it. Um, I don't really want people to think that, or kids to think that it's okay to do those kind of things. So all I know is that admitting to your drugs and your mistakes is the first step to bettering your life, and experiencing experiences and your thoughts, what you know about it. It's like a recovery. Now, what do you call it? As far as how I got to this point where I'm doing the video on it, it was hard and it was difficult, and I don't have like all the money in the world. So when when I see stuff like that, it always reminds me that I have to do something better and better and better. You know, like shrooms. You, I don't know where to get any of that stuff now, and it's like then you have like the Scoobies, right? Which is it's I think like a few years back I've tried this, and um it was like what was it? It's like synthetic weed. Now they stopped selling these at the stores because kids were dying from it. But what it does is it's almost like shrooms and heroin and meth and all in one. It's almost like you just sort of enter some different universe where you have no idea what you're doing. Um, you're you get addicted to it because you like that feeling where that you don't know what you're doing, which is weird and crazy, but people do get addicted to it. Um, there's all kinds. There's got gorilla, they've got names, we got dragon, Diablo, shit like that. Now you have then you have like this weed now that they sell, and it's like it's not weed, but they say that it's weed or whatever, or like they call it something else. But it's I think that's safer than the other stuff, but the gorilla or synthetic weed, but it's still something you don't know what you're consuming, and it messes you up one way or another, and it's not good. It's not a good feeling at all. And then you have food, right? You have like edibles. You have those things keep you high for like days, and sort of like it's in the insider thing where you're like, um, you can go take a test a week later, and then you feel like it's still in your system when you're concentrating. So it's not like an unease feeling, but it is like a lingering feeling of dope, like heroin and stuff, and that's how that feels. And what do you call it? You also have what else? Like crack cocaine. I've never tried that before. That's one that I've never done. But I have seen the pipe before, and I think I almost tried it. And I'm naming that one because I'm starting to forget all of the ones that I've tried before. And I've done 11 different type of drugs before, so for me to forget what what I'm talking about is like it's weird. I tried this yellow one before. It's like powder, but I didn't know what it was. And my friend just told me to trust him because he's my friend. So I've tried it, and I don't really remember how my day went that day. It was just I felt like maybe powerful. Oh, and there's this thing called wet, which is like gorilla piss. People call it and all that. Now that one took me for a whirlwind because I I just never expected it to be what it was. Well, yeah, you know what? Like it was like shrooms, and with a hint of being drunk. So it was like you were drunk and on shrooms, except like you have less control of yourself. You're more hype. You're like in the sense of you think you know what you're doing, and you're more focused, but you're obviously drunk. You're like more aware about being messed up, and other people are aware of it, and you sort of don't care because you know that who you are. You're like you tell yourself you're right. You're doing good and everything, and you feel like you can fly and all that. It's weird. I've went to jail for it. I think once for public intoxication on it. And what happened was I was in the gas station, and I was smoking outside. I smoked one outside, but I for some reason I was already high. I think on a bar or something, and and weed. I was already high and on bars, so I thought everybody was my friend. I had a backpack with me, and I had it left it inside, and I told them I wanted to smoke real quick some wet, but I didn't want them to know what I was doing, so I told them to watch out for my stuff. And I went outside and and I smoked, and then when I came back, there was cops. Or when I came back, there was my backpack was missing, so I didn't have anything in there but my charger and stuff. So I had there was this it was missing, and I was mad. I saw looked at everybody, and then I went into um, and started asking people, "Where's my backpack? Where's my backpack?" And before, and I think I took a while to even go back because I was so high that I thought, like, I was looking at the stars, and for some reason I felt like, like if I flexed, then like if I posed a certain way, then I could maybe lift off the ground or something. So it had that weird feeling where like you thought that, my dad recorded me on that shit once, and he thought I was dumb, and he was like, "You need to watch yourself, what you're doing and stuff." And so the cops got there, and they were wondering why I was so mad, and they were like, I was like, "I'm looking for my backpack and I can't find it." But I knew I was messed up. I knew I had already been riled up, so I saw the cops and I just calmed down. I got on my knees, um, put my hands down, like showed my hands, but I put my face down because I was just kind of like mad and disappointed, and knew that what was gonna happen and everything. So, but I was tired really from looking around, and I just really wanted to go somewhere else and not deal with it. I was like, you know what? I just lost my stuff. I had a cologne that was like this big, the Polo black cologne, and I was like mad as hell. I was like, fuck. But so I don't know. Then you have um, lean, like uh, promethazine, and it's a cough medicine, but I don't think it's per. It's like you can get it certified to your what do you call it? Like if you're sick, the doctors will give it to you, and also bars, which is Xanax. So that's harder for me to talk about because it's like I don't consider those things something to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways in case there's like really people out there who don't believe in medicine or pharmacists and all that. Like parents who think that you just need to pray and then you'll be better. So um, those promethazine is like it's a it's a famous drug. A lot of people have tried it. It doesn't mean that you should be doing it. It's only when you're sick, and but some people do it to get high, and it's like also like getting